Hello and welcome to the Sea of Thieves crash course. In this, I'm just going to tell you some of the basics of the game and show you how to set sail on your own. Now the galleon, you can join a full team on the galleon. However, sometimes they're just kind of, people don't work together all too well. So it's up to you if you want to sail alone or if you want to sail with other people you don't know. Sailing with a team is a lot easier than trying to sail alone. So if you don't have any experience in the game, it would probably be worth it just to set sail with a match-made group on the galleon before trying to set sail on your own. However, I hope to give you enough resources now where you can just at least get around on a sloop on your own. Sloops are a lot slower, but they can maneuver a lot easier than the galleon. The galleon is a little bit faster, but it has a really hard time turning. Takes a lot more damage and has more guns and crew members than the sloop does. Sloop has 2 guns on it and 1 or 2 people that you can put on the ship. So first I'm gonna just kind of show you some of the basics of movement and where to find different things. And then we'll grab a voyage from the Gold Master or whatever he's called, and we'll head out on a voyage real quick and complete it and return it. So you'll have the basics down, and you can play around with it. It's a fun game. There's a few intricacies and all that. And since this is the stress test, there may be some bugs that we will encounter, but when if we get there, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Alright, so when you start the game, you'll just be set into an inn at an outpost somewhere. Not always the same outpost. A lot of different things happen. So your basic movement is your mouse will move your head, WASD will move your feet around your character. Press and hold Q and you'll have bananas. You eat these for health. Cannonball is going to be for loading cannons, so you can shoot them at other players or whatever. Planks are going to repair your hull, so when you get shot there'll be holes in your hull. You can put the plank over it and fix that, stop the water leaking. This is so that you can see far distances. This is so you can dig up your treasure chests. This is so you can see at night. This is a bucket so you can bail out all the water if you get hit or get damaged. And this is a compass so you can see where you're going. If you push F, you'll get another wheel. And these up top here are going to be different guns that you acquire throughout the game. This is going to be a tankard full of grog so you can drink. I believe this is your map. And then these are going to be different instruments that you can play and have fun on. And this is a watch. This is a new thing. I haven't seen this before. So it's interesting to see that they have some new things. Maybe they'll have like timed events, or maybe it's just so that you can see if it's getting dark out. Alright, so if you release Q, it'll just go back to normal. Pushing button 1 will give you your sword. Button 2 will give you your pistol. So first thing we're going to want to do is take a look for our ship. And it looks like our ship's down there. So we gotta find a way to get down. This ladder right here would be a good option. So you just push F and it'll climb down. Get all the way to the bottom. So there's a couple of different shops here. This shop up here is going to be a clothing store. You can go in and buy clothing and change clothing and all that. Right here is going to be your arms dealer. You can buy different weapons. Here's going to be equipment, and buy different equipment for you. And this is new. I'm not really sure. Okay, there's still nobody in here, so we don't know what that is going to be yet. There'll be a interesting little surprise. As we go, you can find different barrels and push F and take planks, supplies to put into your ship in case you need them later. This guy here, this is what you're looking for. He is the gold hoarder, and he gives you all your voyages. This is the guy that you bring your chests back to make money. So we're going to walk up to him, push R, and we're going to browse. And then since we don't have any money, all the way here on the right you'll see something that says search for the captain's chest or something, and it'll have $0. It's not there right now because I already accepted it.
See you again.
But then you click that, and it'll give it to you as a new voyage. So you head over to your ship. So this is our little tiny sloop. And you go up to your ladder, you push F, and you'll get up onto it, and you can walk up. Perfect. Alright. Nice day for sailing, nice pretty water. This anchor, if you push F, you can walk it, and you're raising your anchor. If you want to stop, you can just stop and push F again. It'll drop your anchor back into the water. This circular reel will change the angle of your sails. A and D will change the angle, and you want to change it so that it's going like towards the wind, so you can see the direction of the wind. This is probably a good direction if we were actually sailing to have it, and we'll see where we're going first on the voyage, and we'll assess the direction we'll need for that at that point. So this one here, push F to use it. It'll set the length of your sails. So S will bring it down, W brings it up. Alright, here's a compass for you to use while you go. As you drive, there are a couple of different sounds that indicate where your rudders are. It says that you're straight in the middle. If you turn it all the way to one direction, it'll thump like that. Middle. All the way to the other side. So we're just going to set it back to the middle. That'll help you know like where everything is turned. Here's your cannons. You'd have to pick up your balls from down below deck, and then you can load them and use them. You can also load yourself. If you look at the front of it, you can climb into the cannon and shoot yourself. So that's kind of fun. So here's where you get more ammunition. Here's where you change weapons and all that kind of stuff inside of your ship. Here I'm going to propose a voyage, the one that I got, stashed with Captain Bones. Set that down, and you can vote for the voyage. Alright. If there's more than one person, you'll throw down a knife on top of it, and it'll just be like, yeah, this is the one I want. So, in order to figure out what we want to do, so we just discovered a map. You push and hold E, and it brings up a map. So you can, you don't have to click it. Just release E, and it'll pull up your map. And if you push your left mouse button, it'll pull it up so you can actually see it. So this is pretty good. It'll show you exactly on the island. See the little red X in the bottom of E5? That's where your treasure chest is going to be, and it shows you all of the different landmarks throughout the island. You also get a good idea for what it looks like. So this is the island we want to find. We come to our map here, push F, and we want to scroll around until we find it. Now, since this is the beginning one, it's right here. So you can just push it and circle it, and you can tell in the bottom right hand side you want to go northwest to head there. So we'll do that. Alright. Down below here there's bananas for health and food. You can get wooden planks. If you want to store planks, you just activate them like this and push R, and you can put your planks into there. Here's how you can refill your grog. And if you take any damage down here, you can, this is where it's going to be. And so you want to put your planks up to make it so that it covers it, and then, of course, bail out all of your water. And you can either throw it out here, or you can throw it out the back. Alright, let's get moving. So we want to head northwest. It looks like our ship is already pointed that way. Our sails are angled decently. So we're going to just pull down the sails. We're going to be going against the wind, so it's going to be a little bit slow. Pull up our anchor. Alright, let's go. Let's see if I can angle the sails back this way any further. No. Alright, so it's likely this island directly in front of us because we are heading northwest. So you can see this island right here. And you can see we are indeed heading northwest. So we'll head back to the... We'll load the cannons while we're driving, I guess. Push and hold R to load cannons. Alright. So because the sloop is a little bit smaller, it does get thrown around quite a bit on the ocean, and sometimes it can change your direction. So you want to make sure that you're just kind of holding onto the wheel, and you're just driving the correct direction that you want to go. Again, on the right here, you can see we are headed northwest still. We are still headed towards that island. Now the galleon, you don't have as much of a problem with that because it's a larger ship and the waves don't toss it around quite as much. So we got pushed over again, so we'll head again this way. Now we're going right into the wind, so it's going to be a little bit slow, but... So as you can see, there are lanterns on the front of your ship. Unfortunately, it also makes it so that other people can see your ship really easily. So if you're playing at night or anything, you probably want to go ahead and extinguish those. Otherwise, you'll likely get a lot of attention, unwanted attention. Alright. We found it! Barnacle Cay. Barnacle Cay. So this is where we wanted to go. This is exactly what we needed. When you drop your anchor, you want to be careful if you're heading a direction you want to head. Otherwise, keep it directly straight. So we're going to go drop our anchor here in just a second. If you have your wheel turned any direction when you drop the anchor, it will just amplify it. So because we're straight, it allowed us just to stop. If we had it turned, it would turn the ship really hard in whatever direction it is that you have it turned. So you just want to be careful of that so you don't run aground. We've got a little skeleton here, looks like. Oh, I missed. Jeez. Got him. Alright. So let's take a look at our map. Looks like this piece here is going to be the very bottom. You can see the rock is shaped very similarly. This rock here is going to be next to it, so that means that our treasure chest should be about here. Oh, we got some more friends. Haha. Oh no. Alright, well. Alright. So, again, our treasure chest should be right about here. So you'll press and hold Q until you get to your shovel, and there you go. So we hit it. So let's just keep digging this out. Pick up your chest. Alright. Completed our voyage. So now we want to head back to our ship here. And push F. Climb up onto here. You want to be careful with your chests at this point, because if you leave them out on the deck, other people can raid you really easily and just take it and run away. Up in the crow's nest, people can see it a little bit easier. It's a little bit harder to get up there without being shot, so I mean that is always an option. Or a lot of times I just see them back in here or down in here. It's a little bit harder to find them, so people don't generally go for it. I'm going to reload my ammo since I used it all. To drop your chest, you push X, by the way. So we want to just find out where we're headed to. Looks like we're just going back where we came, so let's back that direction. It is nighttime, and we have chests, so we want to make sure that we just come in here, extinguish a lot of these. You just do that with F. And we'll kill this one up top here, too. That way, other people can't really see us that easily. Alright, because we have to turn all the way around, what I'm going to do is bring up the sails all the way. Looks like the wind is going directly back that way, so what I'm going to do is pull the sails straight forward. I'm going to bring up the anchor. Okay. And then I'm just going to hard turn left. Because we don't have any wind, we don't have any sails or wind or anything in it, we'll just kind of rotate. And that makes it a lot easier to try to turn around without running aground or doing anything like that. Once we get turned around, we'll just kind of start moving this back a little bit further. Alright, right about there. Set it back normal, and we can drop our sails. There you go. So now we're headed back to the outpost. If you remember when we left, the outpost, the dock was on this side of the island. So that's where we want to head back to, right where those lanterns are. As you can see, when you have the sail down, it's a little bit harder to see where you're headed, but you know, you'll get it. As you're sailing around, you probably want to make sure you look for other pirates that are going to steal your stuff, or seagulls. Seagulls will indicate a shipwreck, or you could just find a shipwreck in general. When you see those things, go ahead and stop if you want, and jump out, and you'll be able to go underwater and find shipwrecks. And a lot of times they'll have some pretty good chests in them. So you see how the sail just billowed out? That means we're going exactly the direction we want to for the wind. Alright, so we're just headed back to the outpost, and we'll turn in our voyage, and we'll call it good. Oh, looks like we're just in time. A storm might be coming in too. Alright, we're getting pushed over just a little bit just because of the size of our ship and the waves. But we'll turn her back that way. Gotta turn that way. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you get up to this point. Alright. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either bring your sails up and gradually stop, or if you have it straight, you can just lower your anchor. So we missed a little bit. We went a little bit too far. But here's the chest. I'm gonna pick that up. Go ahead and jump in the water. You want to be careful. A lot of times there'll be sharks and stuff in the water. So if you're making a couple of trips or there's a lot of people, you'll want to watch for that. The sharks will eat you right up. As you're approaching, you want to make sure you watch for other pirates, because they can kill you right now and take your chests and return them just for themselves. Alright, and we go back to this guy. Hand in our chest. Sell the chest. And there you go. And I believe, there you go. So we got our chest, we got our money, and we can accept this, or we can go up and do some other cool things.
See you again.
So that's the Sea of Thieves crash course, and happy hunting. Go get some cool stuff out there. I'll see you guys later.